Good morning. You're listening to Overcoming Life. I am your host, Opal Bailey. This is a day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Hey, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. And I just want to just encourage you and just strengthen your heart today to never give up, never give in. No matter what it seemed like, no matter how much it hurts your heart, no matter how much your heart is even hurting right now. You could be dealing with really painful situations in your life. You could be facing hard decisions in your life. Just know that you're not alone. Just know that God is on your side and He's for you. And that no matter what we face in life, He is able to handle anything that comes our way. And I believe that is such a good news this morning to know that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're even facing, or it don't have to always be a bad thing that you're facing. You could be just rejoicing over a promotion or something good happening, a child being born, or your granddaughter being around you. Whatever the issue is, or whatever the situation may be encouraged to know that you're not alone. Be encouraged to know that you are being watched in a sense, because God is always looking over us. I am just so amazed at how God's love is constantly upon us, no matter what we do, no matter how we act, no matter what we say. And it just reminds me of how we as human kind of, we condition our love a little bit. It's only based on certain things, or if we do this or we do that, or if we're in the clique, people love us. If we're not in the clique, people don't love us. And so just be encouraged and strengthening your heart today to look at your situation, to look at all the blessings that you have. I think sometimes we just forget about what we have, and we focus so much on what we don't have. And then we wonder man, what if I didn't have this, or I may need this, or I may need more, or I need to run after more and more and more and more. And then we kind of lose ourselves in the more. We kind of just forget about what really matters. That reminds me of Adam and Eve for some reason. But I was thinking of Eve, because Adam and Eve had everything. They had everything that they could possibly want. They had a whole world. All this stuff they had everything. They had the nice world. They had a nice home. They had all the authority. They had all the food they could ever want. But still, Eve realized that for some reason, she realized that she didn't have enough, for whatever the reason it may be. So then, here come the enemy, come talk to her and say, hey, you need more. Don't you want this? Don't you want that? Don't you need to go after this? Don't you need to keep moving? Hey, what about, you don't want to not stop working because you got to pay this off, and you want more and more and more. And it just reminded me of how we feel that we always need more. And if we look back, we always think that what we have is not enough, and we always got to run after more. And do we ever think that the more that we run after, there's always something being denied or left behind? Don't get caught up in the more and not realize that you have a blessing. If you have a family that's healthy and strong and love you and being around you, hey, you're rich. If you have a husband or a wife that's in love with you and you've been hanging in there strong for each other, hey, you're wealthy than the nation. There are a lot of people that want what you have. And here we have everything that we need. Everything that we desire, we have it. We don't have to run after the more, only to find out that the more, it just takes us away from what really matters. Because I know for me in my own personal life, there are times when I wanted more. Starting my cleaning business, I want more clients, because that's what always told to me. You need to get more. You need to have these many. You need to have this many commercials and this many residentials. And yet I'm running after the more, but I'm realizing how it's exhausting. I'm realizing, man, I'm neglecting this. I'm neglecting this person, or I'm neglecting my family because I don't have enough time. Or if I come home, I'm too exhausted to even pay attention to what they're doing. I fall asleep in the middle of a conversation. And yet I feel like I need more and more and more. The Bible tells us that contentment is gain. being content where we are is worth more than anything else we want to run after. I just want to encourage you. I'm encouraging you this morning to be okay where you are. Enjoy where you are. And if running after more is what you need, just don't neglect. Don't let the more be so more to that you forget what really matters in life. Spend the time to enjoy your life. Spend the time to enjoy the home that you're building, the things that you and your family have gathered together. Even start it this week if you haven't done it. Start today if you run after, I've seen my father work so hard. I see him run and he worked. My dad worked 3 jobs. When he came out of the military, he still worked 3 jobs. And he taught me a lot about work ethics. He taught me a lot about, hey, if I'm going to say I'm going to do, try to do the best you say. Try to do the best you're going to do, and also do what you say to the best of your ability. But I also seen a lot of lack in us too, because he wasn't there for my games. He wasn't there for things that I needed him to be there, because he was running after the more. And nothing's wrong with a family or father or mother taking care of your family. But you also got to look at what you're lacking, what is going to be lacked by running after all of the more. And when you look back, we didn't lack anything far as material things. We always had food. We always had clothes. We had a roof over our head. We had transportation. But when I look back over, I rather had him and us live in a little small house, and we all sit together and chill out and relax, and I could spend time and him show up on my games. I'd rather have had him. So even at the age of 50, I'm learning that I don't need to run after a lot of things. I just need to be able to be content with what I have, enjoy where I am, and enjoy my family. And when I realize that and I'm actively doing it, I'm telling you, I have more joy now than I did running after all this stuff. I was so stressed. It's so overwhelmed. But there are times in our life when we do have to sit back and reflect. What is more important? What is worth what we're doing? And is it going to impact, and how it's going to impact our lives later on in life, or even immediately? Will it all be worth it? The Bible tells us that everything that we do outside of Christ, he said, will burn up. The only thing that we're going to stand true is our service in the Lord. Trust in the Lord today for your life. You listen to Overcoming Life. I am your host, Opal Bailey. God bless you.